You know what's scary? Most people don't even realize they're losing muscle until it's almost too late. Muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in quietly. One day you notice you can't climb stairs as easily, lift groceries like before, or even get up from a chair without using your hands. That's how fast muscle loss can accelerate if you're not paying attention. And here's the truth. Maintaining a healthy amount of muscle mass, especially in your senior years, isn't just about looking fit. It's about staying alive and independent, because strong muscles are linked to better balance, better metabolism, stronger bones, and even a sharper brain. Studies show that people with higher muscle mass have a much better chance of surviving serious illnesses, including cancer. That's because muscle acts like a reserve of strength and energy your body depends on when it's fighting disease. And that's not all. Muscle plays a major role in blood sugar control. Without enough of it, your body struggles to manage glucose properly, increasing your risk of diabetes and energy crashes. Unfortunately, a huge percentage of seniors today suffer from sarcopenia, not because they're lazy, but because they're deficient in key nutrients that the body needs to build and preserve muscle. That's exactly why in today's video, we're going to talk about the 5 most important supplements that can help stop muscle loss and even help rebuild muscle naturally to keep you strong, mobile, and independent for the long haul. Maintaining muscle mass is also one of the biggest secrets to reaching your 90s or even 100s and still being able to walk, move, and live life on your own terms. But before we dive in, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps this video reach more people who need this information. All right, without further ado, let's get started. 1. Magnesium glycinate. When it comes to rebuilding lost muscle, one supplement that deserves far more attention than it gets is magnesium glycinate. This form of magnesium is a true powerhouse for both muscle growth and recovery, and yet most people don't realize just how vital it is until they start to feel its absence. You see, magnesium plays a role in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and many of those reactions directly affect how your muscles grow, contract, and recover. It's needed to create ATP, the main energy source for your cells. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't generate energy efficiently, which leads to weakness, cramps, and that sluggish, tired feeling many people associate with aging. A fascinating study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher magnesium intake had significantly more muscle mass and strength compared to those with low intake. Another research from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition showed that magnesium supplementation improved muscle performance and recovery, especially in people who exercise regularly. In other words, magnesium isn't just for preventing cramps, it's essential for maintaining and rebuilding lean muscle tissue. Now, why magnesium glycinate specifically? Because not all forms of magnesium are created equal. Magnesium oxide, for example, has a very low absorption rate. Your body only absorbs about 4% of it, and the rest usually ends up causing diarrhea. But magnesium glycinate is different. It's bound to the amino acid glycine, which helps it get absorbed much more efficiently through the intestinal wall. Glycine itself is also beneficial because it helps calm the nervous system and supports better sleep, something your muscles desperately need to repair and grow. For best results, it's important to pay attention to dosage and timing. The optimal daily intake for most adults falls between 200 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium. Notice the word elemental. That's the actual amount of magnesium your body receives, not the total compound weight. Many low-quality magnesium supplements claim high numbers on their labels, but when you check closely, the elemental magnesium is often just a small fraction of that amount. Always look for a supplement that clearly states how much elemental magnesium it contains per serving. And here's a tip most people don't know. Splitting your dose into 2 smaller servings can make a huge difference. Taking one portion in the morning and another in the evening helps your body absorb magnesium more effectively while also keeping blood levels stable throughout the day. It also reduces the risk of stomach upset that can happen when you take too much at once. 2. Vitamin D3 plus K2. Another key player when it comes to rebuilding lost muscle and keeping your body strong as you age is vitamin D3 combined with vitamin K2. These two nutrients work like a perfectly synchronized team. One supports muscle and hormone balance, while the other ensures those benefits reach the right places in your body. Let's start with vitamin D3. This vitamin is often called the sunshine vitamin, but in truth, it acts more like a hormone. It influences nearly every cell in your body, including your muscle fibers. Studies have shown that people with low vitamin D levels are far more likely to suffer from muscle weakness, reduced balance, and faster muscle loss, especially in their later years. In fact, research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that vitamin D deficiency is directly linked to sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Participants with healthy vitamin D levels not only had stronger leg muscles but also walked faster and had better overall physical performance. This shows that vitamin D doesn't just keep your bones healthy, it actually plays a crucial role in muscle strength, coordination, and endurance. But here's something many people don't realize. Vitamin D doesn't work well on its own. To truly unlock its benefits, you need vitamin K2 right beside it. That's because vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium from the food you eat, but without vitamin K2, that calcium can end up in the wrong places, like your arteries, instead of your bones and muscles. Vitamin K2 acts as a traffic controller for calcium. It activates special proteins that guide calcium directly into bones and muscle tissue where it's needed, while keeping it out of your arteries and soft tissues. This not only supports stronger bones but also ensures that your muscle cells can contract efficiently, since calcium plays a vital role in muscle movement. Now, the D3 plus K2 combo has another benefit that's especially important for people struggling with muscle loss. It helps regulate testosterone and insulin sensitivity, both of which are key for maintaining lean muscle mass. Low vitamin D levels are known to reduce testosterone production in men and lower muscle tone in women. By keeping your D3 levels optimal, you're essentially supporting the hormones that help your muscles grow and recover. For dosage, most experts recommend taking between 2,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, along with 90 to 180 micrograms of vitamin K2, preferably the MK7 form. Both vitamins are fat-soluble, so it's best to take them with your main meal, ideally one that contains healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or fish, to improve absorption. 3. Creatine monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate is in a league of its own when it comes to building muscle or reversing muscle loss. It's one of the most thoroughly researched supplements in the world, used by athletes, bodybuilders, and even doctors to help restore strength and preserve lean muscle in people of all ages. But what's really exciting is that recent studies show it's not just for the young, it can be a real game changer for older adults battling sarcopenia. Here's why creatine is so effective. Inside your muscle cells, creatine helps produce ATP, which is the main source of energy for muscle contraction. Think of ATP as your muscle's fuel currency. The more ATP your muscles can regenerate, the longer and stronger they can perform. As we age, our natural creatine stores decline, and that's part of the reason why simple tasks like climbing stairs or carrying groceries begin to feel more tiring. By supplementing with creatine monohydrate, you're literally refilling your muscle's energy tank. This not only improves strength and endurance, but also helps prevent the muscle breakdown that often comes with aging or inactivity. A landmark study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who took creatine daily, along with light resistance exercise, gained significant increases in muscle strength, lean mass, and physical performance compared to those who took a placebo. Even in cases where no exercise was involved, creatine still helped maintain muscle size and slowed down atrophy. Now, let's talk about dosage and how to take it properly. The standard and most effective form is creatine monohydrate. Most research supports taking 3 to 5 grams daily, and there's no need for complicated loading phases or cycling on and off. The key is consistency. Your muscles need a steady supply to stay saturated with creatine. Taking it with a meal that includes some carbohydrates or protein helps absorption, as insulin aids creatine transport into the muscle. You'll often see people wondering if creatine is safe, and the answer, backed by decades of studies, is yes for healthy adults. However, and this is very important, if you have any form of kidney disease or reduced kidney function, you should always consult your primary care provider before taking creatine. Since creatine is processed by the kidneys, those with pre-existing kidney issues need medical guidance to avoid unnecessary strain. Another thing to keep in mind is hydration. Because creatine draws water into muscle cells, your body needs adequate fluid intake to maintain balance, so make sure to drink enough water throughout the day, especially if you live in a warm climate or sweat a lot. Cod liver oil. Turns out that your grandmother's old remedy, a spoonful of cod liver oil, was way ahead of modern science. What many people once saw as an outdated folk habit is now recognized as one of the most powerful natural sources of nutrients that support muscle strength, joint health, and overall vitality, especially as we age. Cod liver oil is special because it combines two critical muscle protective nutrients, omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, and natural vitamins D and A, in one powerful formula. Together they work to reduce inflammation, support protein synthesis, and promote faster recovery from muscle stress or injury. Let's start with the omega-3s. Chronic inflammation is one of the main reasons muscle loss accelerates with age. When inflammation remains high, your body's ability to build new muscle tissue weakens and breakdown speeds up. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that supplementing with omega-3 fatty acids can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 30%, especially in older adults. This means omega-3s can literally help your muscles respond better to both food and exercise, turning the protein you eat into usable muscle tissue. Another fascinating discovery comes from research conducted at the University of Washington, where older adults who took fish oil for 6 months experienced significant improvements in muscle strength and walking speed compared to those who didn't. These benefits were even stronger when the participants combined fish oil with light resistance training, showing how nutrition and movement can amplify each other. As for the dosage, most people do well with 1 to 2 teaspoons, or about 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day. It's best taken with meals to improve absorption and minimize any fishy aftertaste. If you're using capsules, check the label for the actual omega-3 content, not just the total oil weight, because some cheaper brands may contain very little of the active fatty acids your body needs. One more important point. While cod liver oil is incredibly nutritious, it's also rich in vitamin A. Taking too much over a long period can lead to vitamin A buildup, which isn't healthy. So stick to the recommended daily dose and, as always, consult your primary care provider if you have liver issues or take other supplements that contain vitamin A or D. 5. Whey protein or plant-based alternative. Protein is hands down one of the most important components of rebuilding and maintaining muscle, and yet it's one of the nutrients most people simply don't get enough of, especially as they age. You can think of protein as the raw material your body uses to build and repair muscle tissue. Without enough of it, your muscles can't recover properly, no matter how much you exercise or how many other supplements you take. Here's the thing. As we grow older, our bodies become less efficient at turning dietary protein into muscle. This process, known as muscle protein synthesis, naturally declines with age. That means a younger person might build muscle easily from a small amount of protein, but a senior might need nearly double that amount to achieve the same effect. This is one of the reasons why sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, creeps up so quickly in older adults. That's where whey protein, or a quality plant-based alternative, can make a tremendous difference. Whey protein is one of the richest natural sources of essential amino acids, especially leucine, the amino acid that acts as the trigger switch for muscle repair. When leucine levels rise in the bloodstream after consuming whey, it signals the body to begin building new muscle fibers. It's like giving your muscles a wake-up call to grow stronger and recover faster. Now, not everyone tolerates dairy-based whey well, and that's okay. There are excellent plant-based options made from peas, brown rice, or hemp protein that can provide a complete amino acid profile when properly blended. The key is to make sure your protein powder provides at least 2 to 3 grams of leucine per serving, since leucine is what stimulates muscle growth most effectively. Here's how to use it for best results. Aim to get around 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal, and if you find that difficult with regular food alone, adding a shake can make it much easier. A scoop of whey or plant protein in the morning, or right after light exercise, gives your muscles the nutrients they need when they're most ready to rebuild. And that's it. The 5 supplements that truly work to stop muscle loss and rebuild your strength naturally. When you combine them with even light daily movement and a balanced diet, you'll start feeling stronger, more energetic, and more confident in your body again. Remember, before starting any supplement, please consult your healthcare provider, especially if you have existing medical conditions. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel and allows this message to reach more people who need it. Stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.